Nicole Karkic, top stories for today, a rainy day for some. The race for 30 degrees. Who will get there? We're talking about tomorrow in parts of Ontario and Quebec. And storms follow the heat. So with heat and humidity, we're going to get some thunderstorms, sort of a typical summer setup. As we go outside right now to St. John's, Newfoundland, a little bit foggy right here on the webcam. We are seeing some showers for you. Good 2 to 4 millimeters through the day, so not too much. We've got some southerly winds coming in, so temperatures getting up to about 9-10 degrees. Toronto, we are going to see some bright conditions for you through the day. Into the morning hours, however, there is a chance of seeing some showers. So we do have showers already around the Windsor area. Could be heavy at times. Towards Hamilton, we'll see some rain too. The city of Toronto itself, maybe some passing showers for the morning commute, clearing through the day. The heavier swath of rain really is in through northern Ontario today through tomorrow. And then along this front, we're going to see even more rain in Sault Ste. Marie, for example, on Wednesday. And then that eventually is going to swing south into parts of Ontario in the south. Now, through Wednesday here, a good 15 to 25 millimeters of rain. Thunder Bay up towards Pickle Lake as well. Sault Ste. Marie included in that potential. And we can't rule out thunderstorms for today. Main threat is going to be the heavy rainfall when it comes through. So we're looking at areas like Windsor. That will be for this morning. Sudbury up towards Sault Ste. Marie. That's through the morning and afternoon hours. And for Thunder Bay as well. Now, tomorrow, a lot of people have been talking about this. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're not. It's going to be a hot afternoon, particularly in southern sections of Ontario as well as Quebec. So we've got temperatures getting up to 29 in London, 27 in Toronto, 28 in Ottawa, feeling closer to the 30s when you factor in that humidity. So summer's back on Wednesday. Wednesday's the dry day here, and then Thursday you're going to see some thunderstorms. Top 3 videos on this Tuesday. Number 3, stunning waters. We take you to this. Tobermory is going to start to see some cloud cover and showers move into the vicinity. Number 2, time to pull over. In the U.S. yesterday, and a large portion of them were in Wisconsin. Number 1, raging river. We take you to Quebec where so we just won't want any more moisture in the vicinity, and we're not getting too much more for today. In fact, Montreal, Gatineau is going to be just seeing variable clouds. Stay with us. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm meteorologist Nicole Karkic. I want to show you what it's been looking like for our viewers out east, and we'll take you here to. So we still have this low that will produce showers for Cape Breton, PEI. You know what, you're much more in the clear around Fredericton, for example, and then Newfoundland gets into the wet weather, much more wet weather today, as well as some strong winds too. We got those northeasterly winds. This was actually technically a nor'easter that was barreling along the eastern seaboard, and is still bringing us those northeast winds in some cases across the east today. But we're getting into a bit of a southerly flow across Newfoundland for the afternoon, climbing your temperatures in St. John's up to 10 degrees. So the darker purples, that's our windy weather. So notice we get into the lighter purples on Wednesday. So things do start to ease. And you know what? There's no wind warnings in place for this anymore across Atlantic Canada. But the rain, yeah, still an issue. Here, this takes us into Wednesday by the evening hours, and notice things are starting to push off. And then the temperatures really start to rise. Now, yes, we're seeing some moisture here on Thursday, but how about getting up to about the mid-20s for Thursday afternoon in places like Halifax, even could be up to 28 in Fredericton. So the heat definitely on this week, and it will certainly be surging in southern Ontario and parts of Quebec as we head into tomorrow afternoon. I mean, check this out. Temperatures are going to be feeling closer to about 35 in London. Meanwhile, out west, we have a chance of seeing snow. So we'll let Chris get to the good details. Thanks for joining us. I'm meteorologist Nicole Karkic. Lots to talk about on this Tuesday morning as we look at our weather stories here in Ottawa. You can see, well, the sun is going to start to come out and be bright into the afternoon hours. Temperatures on the rise today, but really on the rise as we head into tomorrow. Now, our precipitation forecast goes like this. We have been seeing some showers, heavy at times around the Windsor area, London, Hamilton. We'll get into those showers as well. And for the Toronto area, you know, a little bit of drizzle here and there. But notice it starts to clear out here as we head into your late afternoon. So peaks of sun here and there, but don't count on an overall sunny day like we saw yesterday, of course. There's also a chance of seeing some thunderstorms. Areas include Thunder Bay over towards Sudbury. This risk down towards Windsor, likely more so in the morning hours than the afternoon. Toronto not in the risk. Ottawa not in that threat zone either. And then we take you to this story, which is getting a lot of people excited, I think. We've got southwest winds building in for today, and you're really going to start to feel it as we head into tomorrow, where it's going to feel like the 30s in some cases. Emily Vukovic joining us this morning. Still a fresh start this morning, Emily, but knowing that heat's coming, we can get through, right?
You know what, Nicole? You and I both love the heat. And you know what? I can handle 11, 12 degrees because that's what I'm sitting in.
Yeah, overall much more seasonal in terms of our temperatures, at least. Over towards Montreal, hanging on to a bit of cloud cover. Your high will be 21. Quebec City will be 22. And as we look at the showers, well, that's what's hitting you in Atlantic Canada. You saw it yesterday spreading across the Maritimes. What's still left behind is showers for eastern sections of the Maritimes, so PEI, Cape Breton too. Let's check in with Nathan Coleman out east. All right, and your local forecast is coming up right now for your long weekend. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. Nicole Karkic and Chris Murphy with you here. Here's our top stories that we're following on this Tuesday. Chris,
yes,
we've got a rainy day for some.
We do. This morning in southwestern areas of Ontario. Meanwhile, still dealing with some of that rain, drizzle, and fog in the Maritimes and Newfoundland and Labrador as well.
And the race for 30 degrees, who will get there today, tomorrow as well. The next day, storms follow the heat. And speaking of stormy, kind of overcast weather, we will go right now to St. John's, Newfoundland, where we can't see what's going on because it's a little bit foggy out there.
Yeah, just to say the least, visibility is very poor.
A good 2 to 4 millimeters of rain through the day in St. John's. You'll get those southeasterly winds. So it'll be gusty across Atlantic Canada this afternoon too. But there's the showers across portions of New Brunswick, PEI, Cape Breton as well. We've seen some rain around the Windsor area. And that will continue across places like Hamilton, Oakville, Toronto too this afternoon. But the heavier rain in Ontario is actually going to be in the north through tomorrow. A good 15 to 25 millimeters of rain, Thunder Bay up towards Pickle Lake too. And a chance of some thunderstorms as well with this front passing through Thunder Bay, Sault Ste. Marie down towards Windsor, Toronto, Ottawa, not included in that threat. But the biggest thing with this is going to be the heavy downpours that come down with it. Now, as we get into this afternoon, temperatures are going to get really warm in the southwest. Around Windsor, the forecast high is about 28, 29 degrees today. That's courtesy of these southwest winds pulling in. This warm front as well is helping out too. And then by tomorrow afternoon, it spreads towards Ottawa as well as southern Quebec. So we are going to be feeling like the 30s tomorrow, Chris. So it's right jumping into summer.
Oh. As well, tourist place, the shipwrecks you can see. Of course, it takes you to Manitoulin Island as well. Just wonderful.
All right, and number 2, time to pull over. We take you stateside. Certainly got the brunt of it in this video right here. And number 1, a raging river. This is in Quebec.
We're melt, so there's still a lot of people who are on edge. But today's forecast, we can see here, favorable conditions, dry. And then tomorrow, beginning tomorrow on Thursday, we're gonna crank up the thermostat.
Absolutely, and you know the good thing about Quebec is, they are not in crisis mode anymore. They're in recovery mode with the flood situation at this point. And as you mentioned, the dry weather, 21 in Montreal this afternoon. The windy weather out east, however, Chris, we've got the southeast flow towards Newfoundland.
Yes.
And still breezy tomorrow as well to start the day.
All right, coming up, we've got your local forecast as well. You'll be back for Force of Nature and who's going to get snow as well.
Thanks for starting your morning with us. Nicole Karkic and Chris Murphy with you here. I want to share something with you. I'm pretty excited about this. The warmth is really returning, maybe a little too quick.
Well, it's
to southern Ontario and Quebec as we head into tomorrow.
Yes, it will be hot and humid. It's only going to last a couple of days, so if you're not a big fan of it, it's not a prolonged spell.
Yes.
Now, further east, we still got another day of some, by the way, it's Wednesday and Thursday for the heat and humidity.
Yes.
Unsettled, especially the eastern Maritimes and in southwestern Newfoundland. That's where we'll see the heaviest rain.
Exactly, but you're going to get your heat really on Thursday coming back into the East Coast. And speaking of the East, let's check in with Nathan Coleman.
You can see the wind was playing havoc with the Coleman Quaff there, but
It certainly was.
yeah, so still a little breezy there. Yeah, there's going to be rain and heavy snow developing, especially in the higher elevations, more so for the mountain tops than the town sites.
Exactly.
But that is something to be aware of if you are traveling across the passes, not only in Alberta, but BC too.
Yeah, so that really starts tonight through tomorrow. And then out west, Chris, the continued unsettledness across the lower mainland and also through the highway mountain passes. We're seeing some snow in the higher elevations there too.
We are, but conditions will be drying up and warming up in the next several days. Now time to share your weather. And then we'll take you to Martinsville, Saskatchewan. It's just outside of Saskatoon. We had funnel clouds and looks like a land spout tornado. That's still a tornado, but what differentiates that is that these don't emanate from supercells. Those are, of course, those storms, those tornadoes that can really cause significant damage. But even land spout tornado can cause damage over small areas.
They can. And usually after a passage of a cold front, for example, cold core funnel clouds. And you can see here back on
Stunning
Sunday,
pictures.
it was some cool shots and some dark skies as well. As we take you to Newfoundland, though, pretty nice scene here, but Ontario.
Wow, that's a lovely one. All right, so coming up after your local forecast.
Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. Nicole Karkic and Rachel Schutzen with you here, getting really close to the long weekend, right? But we've got so much weather to talk about until we get there, including a risk of seeing some thunderstorms today.
We do, especially right now throughout the southwest of Ontario as we see this weak system moving in. And then this afternoon and this evening, that's up to Sault Ste. Marie and through the north as another system tracks in. So there's a lot of energy across Ontario. We're thinking, though, there's a pretty good chance that Toronto won't see any rain today just because of that cooling effect of Lake Ontario, that east wind. It really helps to kill out some of that energy.
Yeah, maybe it could be a drizzle, but not a persistent rain like you're going to get towards Hamilton, for example, or Windsor or London for that matter. Check out Wednesday's temperatures here. So this is not today. This is tomorrow when you're going to probably be cranking up the AC, especially into the afternoon. 27 in Toronto, feeling like 33.
It's pretty incredible. We want to take you outside now to Emily Vukovic. Emily, I know you're one of those people that have been waiting for a day like this. Sunscreen, shorts, flip-flops. Are you going to wear sandals tomorrow?
I don't know. My threshold is pretty high. Maybe. We'll see.
And you know what, that's a great point because getting into the long weekend as well, there's going to be so many motorcycles out on the roads, and that's something, you know, we got to become more accustomed to and think about. So yeah, distracted driving, absolutely not this long weekend.
Totally. Now this afternoon, you are going to be seeing dry weather in Quebec. That's nice. Montreal getting up to 21 with some variable clouds, at least for the morning hours, and cloudy and showery, especially around Cape Breton and over towards Newfoundland today. It's a wet day. St. John's picking up under 5 millimeters of rain.
And I know your temperatures have really fallen as well in Atlantic Canada. You're waiting for that warm up, so we're going to talk about it right here in your Long Ranger.
Yeah, Thursday's a real warm day across the east. Fredericton could get up to 28 degrees.
That's incredible. So we're going to see this jet stream continue to push the trough further to the east. Temperatures will be cooling for the long weekend. We could see a couple showers of rain, but off to the west, hey, we still got some great conditions. We're going to take a look at Capture just after this.
Thanks for joining us. Nicole Karkic and Chris Murphy with you here. Lots to talk about on this Tuesday. It's a rainy day for some of you out there, but the race for 30 degrees will get there in Ontario and Quebec for tomorrow.
For this time of year, what would you say is the absolute perfect temperature in your books?
20.
So, yeah, you know what? I'm about to say, I'm not greedy. I don't need 30. I won't say no to 30.
Right.
20 degrees.
With a fresh wind.
A nice blue
you can
sky.
wear jeans and a sweater.
Yes.
And it's perfect.
All right. Well, let's see if we've got any of that in store.
Putting out our wishes into the universe.
Why not, right? We will have some storms, though, as well. And we'll even be talking about snow as well, not only including the BC passes and in towards the Rocky Mountains. So Alberta going to get a little bit of that. We take a look at the morning.
Moving in across the city today. Good 2 to 4 millimeters of rain. Fredericton, you're clearing out. You see that cloud deck over the streets here, but the streets are looking nice and moving at least. Winnipeg at this hour, we have some showers for you this morning. In Ottawa, some lingering cloud cover for you for the morning. And as we look to Ontario here, this is our future radar. So in Eastern time, you're going to see that rain over places like Windsor and London this morning, but then it moves towards Hamilton, maybe a slight chance in Toronto and then dies down through the afternoon. But there is a risk of seeing thunderstorms today from Thunder Bay to Sault Ste. Marie, Sudbury's included, down towards Windsor as well. Morning and afternoon threat there. And for the afternoon heading into Wednesday rather, this is where we get that southwest flow, and we are going to feel like the middle of summer in some cases. Toronto forecast to get up to 27, 28 in Ottawa, Chris. So I'm going to be cranking up the AC at home.
I think so. It looks like the Caribbean, doesn't it? It's a little colder than that.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone jumped in.
Oh, yeah, a little chilly, to say the least.
All right, number 2, time to pull over. Reports yesterday across the U.S. It wasn't a big tornado threat day, much more of a hail threat.
All right, now, number 1, a raging river. We've seen our share of it this spring, including into, well, we're going to show you Madison again. All right, we've got a poll question up online at Weather Network. Code of that to check it out. Here's some dry conditions. And Nicole, coming up, we have...
we have force of nature. We're going to take you to more on the... Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm meteorologist Nicole Karkic. I want to show you what it has been looking like for a lot of our viewers in the Maritime provinces. But for Cape Breton as well, even parts of New Brunswick, but it'll be eastern New Brunswick versus western New Brunswick that's more soggy. And Newfoundland today, you're getting into the overall wet weather across the island and the windy weather too. Now it's going to be a southeast flow for St. John's. You're going to climb up to 9 degrees with about 2 to 4 millimeters of rain in the forecast. And with this low and with this map, notice the darker purples are our stronger winds. So it gets a little bit lighter in terms of the wind speeds as we head into your Wednesday in the overnight hours. But those showers, this low, it's just really been pesky. Then on Wednesday here, we do have a warm front coming in, and temperatures with that warm front certainly on the rise, especially as we head into Thursday. Forecast high in Fredericton on Thursday is 28 degrees. But yes, we do have a chance of some passing showers, even a chance of some rumbles of thunder as we head into your Thursday afternoon with a cold front slicing through. And the opposite of cold, that's the forecast in Ontario heading into tomorrow, especially as we head into the afternoon hours. It's going to feel like we jumped right into the middle of summer with these temperature values here. So the AC will be pumping. Toronto will feel like 33, Ottawa feeling like 34. So this is the sunny day in southern Ontario, even up towards Sudbury. We've got a sunny forecast for you on Wednesday, but then a front comes through, chance of thunderstorms there. Now Chris will tell us where it's snowing this week in Canada. Thanks for joining us this morning. Nicole Karkic and Rachel Schutzen kicking off your day. And as we check out Ottawa at this hour, a little bit of cloud hanging over the city, Rachel, but your temperatures seasonal this afternoon, and then it really gets not just warm tomorrow, but hot.
Very hot. We're
Very
talking
hot.
Sandals, shorts, t-shirts for many
Absolutely.
people across southern Ontario. Now, speaking of southern Ontario this morning, we are seeing those showers sort of creep into London, just on the edge of Woodstock this morning, and it looks like just about after rush hour, places like Hamilton, Oakville, Burlington, you could be seeing a little bit of rain this morning. There's even a slight potential that we will see some rain track across Toronto. So we're going to keep our eyes open on this, especially watching the radar. But other than that,
Yes.
we're going to be clear into the afternoon.
Exactly. And there is a risk of thunderstorms too to consider. We are seeing that risk around Sault Ste. Marie through the morning and afternoon. Windsor as well up towards Thunder Bay. Toronto and Ottawa, though, not included in that chance for seeing the thunderstorm potential. And as we head into the afternoon hours of Wednesday, Rachel, or this morning rather, temperatures are sitting at 13 in Toronto.
All right, we're going to be a lot warmer tomorrow, and we're going to get into that forecast coming up. But right now, we want to take you outside to Emily Vukovic this morning. And Emily, as we get into the long weekend, National Road Safety Week begins today. Lots to think about on that topic. Absolutely. So many things to think about into the long weekend, especially motorcycles, distracted driving. Emily covered it all there.
All right, not this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon rather. It's going to feel like 33 in Toronto, 34 in Ottawa, towards Timmins even quite toasty. It's going to feel like 27. Now this afternoon, a bit of cloud hanging over Montreal, but you're going to be dry, 21 degrees. Not so dry out east, however. We've got some showers across Cape Breton, PEI as well, and over towards Newfoundland. You're going to see some more wet weather through the day today.
And temperatures have really cooled down as well. We're only talking 8 degrees for the daytime high in Charlottetown today.
All right, so this is the additional rain we have through the day today. Stay with us. We've got Tuesday, May 16th. Glad you could join us. Nicole Karkic and Chris Murphy with these top headlines. It's a rainy day for some of you out there. We're going to get you ready for that. Plus, the race is on to hit 30 degrees. Finally, seasonal, if not above this week in Ontario and Quebec.
Oh, yes, getting well above seasonal for a couple of days. Meanwhile, snowfall advisories have just been issued for Canmore, Kananaskis, and weather advisories down in Pincher Creek and Crow's Nest Pass. So summer for some, winter for others.
Exactly.
And we'll see how that bodes for the long weekend.
All right, as we take you for a look here, saying good morning to St. John's, Newfoundland, if you can see it. Really foggy with this webcam at this hour, Chris. Exactly. So Cape Breton, Charlottetown, for example, eastern sections of New Brunswick, still some light rain for you today. Ontario has been seeing rain as well around the Windsor-London corridor, creeping in towards the Hamilton area as well for this morning commute. But the heaviest rain in the province of Ontario really will be in northern Ontario for today. Thunder Bay, for example, up to Pickle Lake, a good 15 to 25 millimeters of rain. Sault Ste. Marie also included in the threat of seeing some heavy, steady showers, really, and a chance of thunderstorms as well. Thunder Bay over towards Sault Ste. Marie, Windsor as well included in this. So the big threat with this is going to be the heavy downpours when it does come on through. And then as we head into tomorrow, the big story is going to be the temperatures. We got some southwest winds, and it's going to be hot, humid, sticky. Some people might even find it uncomfortable. Can you believe that? So we're going to be complaining about the heat, some of us at least tomorrow. It's going to feel like the 30s in some cases, Chris, and this extends into portions of Quebec as well.
Well, oh,
yeah. Some people might be jumping in the water there over the long weekend, though.
just to cool
There's
off,
always a
right?
few of those.
There's always a few.
Of those brave people. Number 2, time to pull over. We're going to take you stateside yesterday, Chris, but it was the heavy downpours and the hail that hit a lot of states.
Well, and there's going to be, through the week, more significant and severe storms in the U.S. And the number one, a raging river, going to take homes as a result. And today the weather is dry and actually quite pleasant now towards the Saguenay. Look at that, 21 degrees, 22 in Quebec City, 21 in Montreal, and again, dry weather.
All right, our question of the day. What are you looking forward to the most this weekend? Head to @Weather Network and vote online. We want to hear your thoughts. Getting out of town, fireworks, or not working Monday. I put not working Monday.
I put
Even though I love my job.
I put getting out of town, but I'm actually not getting out of town until next week. I leave on the Monday, so I'm not going to be here for next week.
So that was a fake answer.
Well, it was, I just was liberal with it.
All right, coming up, we're going to look at the flooding in Quebec, the aftermath of it, just ahead. Good morning. Glad you could wake up with us. Nicole Karkic and Rachel Schutzen with you here. I want to kick it off with what's been going on in the Ottawa area. We've got some cloud cover to start off your morning. Temperatures seasonal this afternoon, Rachel, but pull out the flip-flops and the shorts because tomorrow is going to be a scorcher.
It is. Sunscreen, you need it. Maybe a frozen water bottle for the kids because at recess they're going to need some water. It is going to be hot. We're talking summertime conditions, and we're going to get into that full forecast coming up. What you're seeing here is the risk of thunderstorms as we look ahead at this morning. So basically this morning in through the southwest, we could hear a few rumbles of thunder, but then Sault Ste. Marie to the north, that's going to be a risk as we head into the afternoon today.
All right, well, this morning we've got Emily Vukovic in the city of Toronto. She's got an update for us out there.
Absolutely. Learn something new every morning, right?
Exactly. And you might be learning this at this hour right now. It is going to be a warm one tomorrow. So look at these cities. London 29, Ottawa 28, Toronto 27, feeling closer to the 30s. So I know I'll be jacking up my AC tomorrow.
Oh, you got it. In the car, in the home a little bit, and also pulling out some outfits that I haven't worn yet this season.
Seeing the really white legs.
Yeah, I know.
Getting used to wearing summer clothes. It's always a little daunting,
Getting a bit of a sunburn on the shoulders tomorrow, too. These are conditions are looking like this afternoon up and down the St. Lawrence. Dry conditions today, sunshine. But today in the Maritime provinces, we're still talking about rain. Heaviest rain falling this morning throughout New Brunswick, and then that's going to taper off throughout the day today.
Yeah, and it's really eastern sections. Notice where we've painted it green. Charlottetown, also Cape Breton. And then Newfoundland, you've got the wet weather on tap through today. But southeast flow will bring your temperatures up to 9 degrees in St. John's. Time now for our Long Ranger. Well, we have to talk about the long weekend. It's just around the corner. And you can see on Thursday, things are setting up here, really warm and humid. We've got thunderstorm potential in Ontario and portions of Quebec, too. But by the weekend, Rachel, this upper low could get in the way of your sunny forecast.
All right, we want to show you something new and exciting coming to the Weather Network. Have a look at our new show called Captured.
The Early Risers Report is brought to you by Hustler. Check out hustlerturf.com for great products and great service on all things Hustler.
This morning in St. John's, Newfoundland, you're starting to see some rain moving in. 3 degrees only to start off the day. Halifax 8, and you're going to be seeing variable clouds by the end of the day, much clearer and calmer. Dry weather in Montreal today. Toronto will be seeing some spotty showers in that morning commute. By the afternoon, things do clear. 4 degrees in Calgary for the morning. Vancouver, that's 7 with some showers for you. Victoria 8, Saskatoon 7. Look at Thompson, -1 to start off this morning with snow. Good morning. Glad you could join us. We've got lots to talk about for this week. A busy weather week. You might be prepping for the long weekend, but we've got a lot of weather to go through before we get there.
Yes.
Is a rainy start for some. The race to 30 degrees in parts of Ontario and Quebec tomorrow, Chris?
Yes, with the humidity.
Yes, and it's going to bring storms too.
It will. All right, so that's all coming up. We've got some live webcams here. We want to show you most of the dense fog in St. John's, Newfoundland. Now, Fredericton, New Brunswick, clouds are starting to lift for you through the day. You can see the routes looking pretty clear here. Winnipeg has seen some showers in the forecast this morning. That's going to march into northwestern Ontario. And Ottawa, some cloud cover for you to start off the morning. Temperature seasonal through the afternoon. That rain, that's our future radar, taking rain showers over parts like Hamilton, even the Toronto area this morning. And it just starts to die down through the afternoon hours. So it's more of a morning threat, even a threat for some thunderstorms, which will be non-severe in nature, with the biggest threat being heavy downpours if that front comes through. Windsor over towards Sudbury, up towards Thunder Bay as well for this Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, we've got a lot to celebrate. If you've been missing the hot weather, we're getting up to 28 in Peterborough, 29 in Barrie, feeling closer to the 30s. So I think I might be busting out to the flip-flops, Chris. Easily in the water.
Did you notice people were wearing swimsuits?
I did notice.
I think some people will be jumping that water over the long weekend. Number 2, time to pull over. Probably should be pulling over. That'd be the best advice.
A wise course of action to take.
Yep.
Number 1, the raging rivers in Quebec, and we'll go to Alma. Temperatures today mild. In fact, quite a lovely day. Quiet weather, temperatures low 20s with some sunshine. So certainly we need that kind of conditions.
Yeah, and water has been receding steadily each day in southern Quebec since last week. So that's good news. The dry weather, also good news. Not so dry as we head into Atlantic Canada, where you can see here we've got an additional 5 to 15 for Cape Breton. Newfoundland wet weather too. All
right, and very quickly, our poll question: what are you most looking forward to this long weekend?
Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. Nicole Karkic and Rachel Schutzen with you here. If you are in the nation's capital at this hour, we've got a bit of cloud cover, sun peeking out as well. Rachel, temperature seasonal today, but tomorrow you're going to be bringing out the shorts and t-shirt.
Grab some sunscreen, find your best hat. You're going to need it tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be one of those days where you think, wow, we have literally jumped into a new season. The humidity comes back. Are you excited about this day?
I am excited to just feel what it's like, think about the wardrobe.
Yeah.
And
you're going to have to get some really good pregnancy dresses that are just really comfortable,
stretchy kind.
Right?
Exactly.
You're going to look awesome. Okay, some showers this morning. We do see a little bit creeping into the picture down through the southwest. Toronto could see just a little bit of drizzle this morning, maybe a little bit of cloud cover.
There is a chance of seeing some thunderstorms today, anywhere marked in yellow here, which includes Windsor, Sudbury, up towards Thunder Bay as well. And Thunder Bay, by the way, is seeing a heavy amount of rain from today through tomorrow. So the northwest experiencing the most rain. No rain right now where we find Emily Vukovic in the city of Toronto. Oh, don't you worry. I'm going to get swollen. It's not going to be pretty.
No, you're not. She looks good all the time.
No, this morning we've got 13 in Toronto. Timmins is 10 degrees. And this is where you're going to really feel that heat coming in Wednesday afternoon. It's going to feel like 34 in Ottawa, 33 in Toronto, Rachel.
Wow, we have some.
Go for a run?
I think I am going to go for a run just to practice, because the Ottawa Marathon is coming soon. And if we have a hot day, I need to know what it feels like to run in some of that heat. When we come back, we're going to...
Tuesday, May the 16th, many people maybe have a short week heading into the long weekend. We've got a lot of weather to talk about before we get to Friday. So it's a rainy day today for some. The race to 30 degrees, though, starts tomorrow in parts of Ontario and Quebec.
And storms following the heat, that'll in place for that cold front, likely Thursday in Ontario and into Quebec. And by the way, we have snowfall, snowfall warnings now around Canmore and Kananaskis, Alberta. Weather advisories further south because of rain changing to snow. So we're not quite done with that type of precipitation yet.
Always seems to be snowing somewhere in Canada. And rain over southern Ontario and northern Ontario too. It will more so be a morning commute story around Windsor, London. London, even parts of the city of Toronto could see a passing shower this mid-morning too, but it will start to clear by the afternoon. Not clearing in the north, however. Anywhere marked in green here, a good 15 to 25 millimeters on tap through Wednesday. Sault Ste. Marie included in that threat, and also a threat for thunderstorms too with this system coming in. Anywhere marked in yellow, so yeah, down towards the southwest this morning, Sudbury up towards Timmins, and Kapuskasing as well too. Now for tonight, we will start to see southwest winds kicking into high gear, and by tomorrow afternoon, that flow of the wind and this warm front coming in are going to combine together to bring our temperatures up to midsummer values, Chris. It's going to feel closer to the 30s.
By the weekend, cooler temperatures, and you notice not many people in the water. It's still really cold.
But there's going to be that brave person who's maybe has a bet and they jump in the water over the long weekend. We'd love to see your video of it if you do it.
Brave is one adjective.
Exactly. Number two, time to pull over. We take where you can see certainly some heavy downpours there. And number one today, a raging river. We take you to Quebec, where of course the flood concern is still alive and well,
Yes.
Chris, but now people are in recovery mode.
Well, there's still a lot of paperwork to do, dealing with the insurance companies and then coming with the next, what do you do next? Today, though, lots of sunshine. Temperatures are quite mild. Look at that low 20s. So just what we need, a nice quiet day. And, you know, now we'll go further east. We have Nathan Coleman standing by, and this is what he has to say.
Well, a good Mother's Day present this year would have been an umbrella.
And speaking of the long weekend, our poll question today, what are you looking forward to most this weekend so far? Not working on Monday seems to be winning out. Thanks for starting your morning with us. Nicole Karkic and Chris Murphy with you here. I want to share something with you. I'm pretty excited about this. The warmth is really returning. Maybe on this Tuesday, May 16th, we've got lots to talk about. It's a rainy commute already for some this morning. We've got the race for 30 degrees. That's right. It really starts tomorrow in Ontario and Quebec. Can you believe it? I haven't said 30 degrees for those areas in a long time.
And while we're talking about 30 degrees, we've got advisories for some of the BC mountain passes for snow this morning and into...
Always the bearer of good news.
Well, I know, but I got to share with you, Canmore, Kananaskis, Pincher Creek, snow coming for you tonight after some rain. So a little bit of that. So, I mean, this is typical. By the long weekend, though, the west is going to warm up and the east is going to cool down. So we're going to see the old switcheroo. Live webcams this morning. It's been, St. John's has been socked in the fog.
Absolutely. We are 2 to 4 millimeters of rain. So not too much, no rainfall warnings in place, no wind warnings either across Newfoundland. Fredericton, look at that. The sun's starting to come out too. A little bit of cloud, but it's going to be dry for you today. Ottawa, looking pretty nice as well at this hour. Winnipeg has seen some showers for this morning. And as we look at the chance for showers in Ontario, this future radar takes it over southern Ontario and it starts to just taper off through the afternoon hours. So type of day where it's going to be more cloudy than sunny, but you could see that sunset in, say, Toronto, Ottawa too. Now there is a chance of thunderstorms today, more so for the morning here in the Windsor-Sarnia area. Sudbury over towards Thunder Bay, threat as well. Just being the heavy downpours with this coming through. And northwestern Ontario, by the way, is seeing a good amount of rain today. Thunder Bay up towards Pickle Lake, 15 to 25 millimeters of rain. So it is a soggy one for you. And it is going to be hot, humid, sticky. Pick your word for tomorrow afternoon. We've got 27 for the forecast high in Toronto, feeling like 33. Chris, are you ready for it?
I am ready for it. Absolutely. Can't wait for it. And temperatures of that water really very cold, but it certainly looks beautiful.
Oh, it looks stunning. When I first saw that video, I thought it was maybe Cancun.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, gorgeous. Number two, time to pull over. We take these reports yesterday across the U.S. No tornado reports, though. Today will be much more active.
Indeed. We have a raging river is number one. We'll take you to Alma, Quebec. So close eye on the rivers in British Columbia as well. We're still getting some rain from the lower mainland through the Okanagan Valley, but a drying trend for you is on the way, and nice and dry and warm across much of Quebec today.
Yeah, nice to hear, but not so dry in the maritime provinces, particularly around Cape Breton, PEI, and Newfoundland. Wet weather for you today. And again, an update on British Columbia. The flood woes continue in force of nature just